But yeah, I've been receiving a lot of requests. Wait, before I even say what I'm about to say, hello everyone, welcome to the jungle. But yes, before we even start this, yeah, I've been receiving a lot of requests on this video, especially of the Elvis movie trailer reaction that I did, which I am definitely gonna go watch. The movie looked amazing because I was surprised, I was shocked. One of the things I was shocked about the trailer is Elvis got a lot of his influences. I don't even know if it's a lot, but maybe it is a lot. I was reading down the comments that you lot wrote, so it does seem like he got a lot of his influences regarding his music from the black community, which is crazy. There are mixed opinions. People were revealing in the comment sections that there are mixed opinions about him. People were saying he was racist, people were saying he wasn't, etc, etc. So I'm gonna go and watch this video on Elvis Presley and the black community, and I'm going to be reacting to more Elvis, can't lie to you, because I am intrigued. I'm interested because this guy was loved, boy, especially by the girl them. Jesus Christ, this guy was like freaking macho man to these men. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely gonna react to more Elvis. I'm gonna start off by doing Elvis Presley and the black community. I want to see what all the commotion was about, to be fair. Not in regarding his talent. Of course his talent is, you know, his talent is amazing. But I mean regarding like, yeah, just regarding like the whole racist claims. Just, there was a bunch of stuff that you know write in the comment section, which I am intrigued to do more research on, to like, kind of make up my own judgment to find out if this guy's a culture vulture or he genuinely is a genuine talented man that appreciates the black culture. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm gonna start by watching Elvis Presley and the black community. The echo will never die. We are going to play Elvis tonight. Oh my god, I got Bandicam, yeah, and it's got a 10-minute limit. So I'm gonna have to pause and play it again and screen record again.
I thought he was a very beautiful, and still is, a very beautiful person, and his memory shall probably forever live on.
Well, you ain't another quarter rabbit. You ain't no friend.
Bro, look at that shake, look at that leg shake, blood, look at that leg shake. Let me take off the subtitles. Look at that. You can't see my legs, but just know I'm doing the leg shake, blood.
There is no another quarter rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. There is no room in this city for the vulgar performances of Elvis Presley.
Oh.
It's shocking. I watched him gyrate his legs and swivel his hips.
What the freak? Hold on. I just bust the move. What's wrong with that move, bro? What the? Wait, hold on. Okay, so it was back in the day, it was really sensitive to a lot of what? I can't lie to you. A lot of the media content that's being released now is freaking, yeah, everything's over sexualized nowadays, which I don't really like, but it is what it is. But it just seems like the community back in the day, yeah, they seemed like they were very sensitive to what the hell's wrong with the leg shake?
No room in this city for the vulgar performances of Elvis Presley.
It's shocking. I watched him gyrate his legs and swivel his hips. And our parent-teachers group feels he should not be on television.
We've set up a 20-man committee to do away with this vulgar, animalistic, nigger rock and roll bar. Our committee will check with restaurant owners
What
and
the
cafes,
flip?
do away with this vulgar, animalistic, nigger rock and roll bar.
So he was for the black community, yeah? Because it seems like it. Because like back in the day, listen, if you were for the black people, then they saw you. I wouldn't say they saw you. What? Maybe they did see you worse than an actual black person. Because if you supported the black community and their cause back in the day, then yeah, white people hated you just as. I don't know if it was just as much or just as bad. I'm not too sure if it was even more than. Nah, I wouldn't say they hated black. I wouldn't say they hated white people that were more. So white people that were for the black community, I don't think they hated them more than they actually hated black people. But I'd say they hated them just as much. So yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. So he looks like he was for the black community. I'm not too sure. We're just 51 seconds in. So
Our committee will check with restaurant owners and the cafes to see what Presley records is on their machines.
I wonder where this prick
and
is
then
now.
ask them to do away with them.
I wonder where he is now. He's probably dead.
The criticism level that you. No, I haven't. You haven't, huh? Because I don't feel that I'm doing anything wrong.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Rock and roll has got to go. And go it does at KWK. We're all through playing rock and roll records. This week is record-breaking.
That was rock and roll.
KWK. And after this week, no more rock and roll.
Rock and roll seems so like, that's probably metal rock, but still rock and roll now, it's very like, you know what I'm saying, very angry. So I didn't know that was rock and roll. Well, to be fair, Beatles were classified as rock and roll as well. They were pop rock and roll. So was rock and roll back in the day more like this, sounding more like this, like a bit jolly and fun? Because rock and roll now is kind of scary.
Roll will be played on the air.
The obscenity and vulgarity of the rock and roll music is obviously...
Jesus Christ, if they thought the vulgarity in rock and roll music, what Elvis Presley was bad, imagine if they were all alive here to hear hip-hop. Not even hip-hop, rock and roll now as well.
...by which the white man and his children can be driven to the level with a nigger. It is obviously Negro music.
Everybody mostly turned him down. And because first thing
sad,
they had Negroes' ways, this is what they didn't really at that
All those
time.
Caucasians back in the day didn't know what the hell they were talking about, man. Hatred for no reason.
Rock and roll music
Slap the shit out
is
of me.
obviously a means by which the white man and his children can be driven to the level with a nigger. It is obviously Negro music.
Everybody mostly turned him down.
Hustle,
And because first thing he had Negroes' ways, this is what they didn't really at that time. They didn't want to accept.
By
Stevie Wonder.
black performers, and he, in essence, because of at that particular time, the kind of backwards mental capability that many people had as judging a person because of the color of their skin is somewhat still does exist. But back then it was worse, and he actually, because of him being a Caucasian brother, he was able to do away with that whole thing.
The 77-year-old Early Wright, a disc jockey at radio station WROX in Clarksdale for 45 years.
Hi there. Pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How do you do? This is your soul man to be with you until it gets through. I want you to stand by, don't have no fear. Following Jay's show, should I play one like this one from out of here? Elvis Presley.
Elvis's songs still get good play on Wright's program among the blues, gospel, and jazz recordings that are its staples. It was almost 40 years ago when Elvis drove down to Clarksdale from Memphis with a record and asked him to play it.
And I had been playing his record, and I had never seen him before, and I was amazed to see him. When he introduced himself to being Elvis Presley, then I went all the pieces over. Then he and I started talking. I used to be the manager of a gospel group called the 4-Star Quartet. And I could listen to a man sing a hymn. I could listen to a man sometime talk. I did that. And I could pick him out whether he could fit in my group. And talking to Elvis Presley, I could see a great future in him.
It's no accident that Wright recognized Elvis's strong gospel roots. Here at the East Trigg Baptist Church in Memphis, older members of the congregation remember Elvis joining in with the choir while in high school. These were rousing sessions.
Yo, Elvis was bold, man. Even as a child. The amount of confidence and just fearlessness that you need to actually do that back in the day is crazy.
Elvis's strong gospel roots. Here at the East Trigg Baptist Church in Memphis, older members of the congregation remember Elvis joining in with the choir while in high school.
What year was that, though? Does it say? I don't think it says it then.
Here at the East Trigg Baptist Church in Memphis, older members of the congregation remember Elvis joining in with the choir while in high school. These were rousing sessions led by the charismatic pastor, the Reverend W. Herbert Brewster.
Like most black people in the South, and to whose fruit God has pressed down a harp of 1,000 strings, it only needed tuning. Elvis's voice was that type of voice that agreed with the thought of Calvary. He had that kind of bent and inclination and attitude that suggested that God could use him. I gave the music a different approach, a new beat. I knew that it wasn't going to hurt if I said, "Must Jesus bear the cross alone," whether I've said with one beat, two beat, whether I've said it high or low. And I told them, come on in here and put the stuff together. They came in here, and it was a glorious experience, and Elvis was in that group.
Elvis came out with a style of his own, and it was very creative. And once he got into it, and you got that feel, Elvis just took off like a little plane. And with Elvis doing this kind of music...
Do not let me know in the comment section. I want to find out from the movie. Actually, I'm pretty sure they're going to let me know in this mini doc. But, yeah, how did Elvis die? Because I swear I know, but I forgot.
Gave an injection to black music that no other artist had ever done.
It was like an earthquake in my neighborhood. The whole place was shaking when he came on. And I said, how the person...
Guys, like I said, man got the Bandicam free version or screen record. So, man's going to have to pause this and do another screen record.
Possess that kind of power. That it even comes off the TV and grab me in this ghetto neighborhood.
Elvis took my Tutti Frutti, and I was very disgusted. But by him singing it, he really made it bigger and made me bigger.
During those days, it was a white artist.
Did he shout him out?
Just say, they don't
did he shout him out when he took his song? Did he actually take his song?
Grab me in this ghetto neighborhood.
But yeah, did he take his song and shout him out?
Elvis took my Tutti Frutti, and I was very disgusted. But by him singing it, he really made it bigger and made me bigger.
During those days, if it was a white artist doing something, they would just say, they don't like our blacks and we don't like them either. He's nothing but a copycat. But Elvis Presley, when he came on, chicks was screaming.
Oh, wait, he had black women fans as well.
It was like an anthem.
Yo, they loved him, boy.
He really made it bigger.
She's black, right? Hold on.
And made me bigger.
He's nothing but a copycat.
Wait,
but
yeah, she's black. Yeah, she's black. Yeah, wow. This guy was really loved, boy.
When he came on, chicks was screaming and going crazy, and it was like an anthem neighborhood. And I said, this guy's got something going on.
I'm saying that because you've got like black fans and white fans all together when listening to this guy's music, so that's how you know this guy's music must have been powerful. But what was it like back in the day? Were there a lot of course there was a lot of segregation, because of segregation, but were there places like venues like this, for example, without Elvis being there? So it could be just like I don't know, maybe at a bar where there was some mixing involved with, you know, black and white. So was it just, you know, strictly segregation? Of course I did history, done my lessons, I know that, but yeah.
See, and it was like an anthem neighborhood, and I said, this guy's got
just a question, let me know.
Elvis had something that made him sound like he truly meant it, and that's what made a lot of people like myself like him.
I think Elvis had lots of songs.
Williams.
He appealed to black people. You definitely had to have soul in order to do that.
I think there's ever been an artist that when his name went on the marquee, they knew he was coming. People came from all over the world. I never heard of that.
That's not correct.
Elvis did a lot of stuff that
3 6 Mafia. Yo, this guy was loved, boy. 3 6 Mafia.
I never heard of that.
Elvis did a lot of stuff that, you know, rappers do these days.
He had to bling. You gotta have a bling when you're from Memphis.
I'm
so
confused, right? Where are these? There has to be something that he said or done why some people are calling him racist, because I'm confused. He's receiving so much love from notable black artists, just black people in the industry. It's crazy. So is it just rumors that people are making about him just to bring hate on him, on his name or something, that's saying that he's racist and stuff? Because it doesn't look like my man's racist. Maybe he had racist times, who knows? I'm pretty sure majority of white people have said something racist in their life, but maybe deep down in his heart he wasn't a racist, and well, clearly this is showing that he wasn't. I'm not sure. So far it's showing that this guy was loved by the black community as well as, of course, as the white community. And obviously white people hated that he was loved. White people hated that he used a lot of black influences in his music. So yeah, so far I'm not getting no racist vibes from my man. I'm actually getting an icon vibe from my man. The black community.
I never heard of that.
Elvis did a lot of stuff that, you know, rappers do these days.
He had to bling. You gotta have a bling when you're from Memphis.
He had to bling, you know, he had a Cadillac, you know, he had like a gangster in it. As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto.
The song also resonates with people who've only met Elvis through his songs.
Like, was talking about the hood, you know, they talking about where we come from.
Paul Beauregard and Jordan Houston are the Oscar-winning rap duo 3-6 Mafia. They grew up just 2 blocks from Graceland in one of Memphis's poorest neighborhoods.
I want CD Scratcher.
My mom used to always listen to this song when I was young. They talk about, you know, things that she went through. You know, she had like, you know, my mom had a bunch of kids, like 9 kids. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get somebody to listen to your song. You talk about what they know about, what they want to hear. And she know about the ghetto, because, you know, she lived in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
That's it.
And his mama cries. But if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto.
After we find the part on the record that we want to use, we sample it into the drum machine or the keyboard. That way we can loop it like.
My first line says, first I'm broke, so I hang out with the rat and roach. It's still broke, so I'm sleeping on apartment floors. So it's just like the struggle, you know, what's going on in the hood. First I'm broke, so I hang out with the rat and roach. It's still broke, so I'm sleeping on the apartment floors.
I think I'm gonna fast forward these parts.
But it's all good.
Actually, I'm gonna leave it. Because my camera's running out of freaking
make me look
memory.
cool. Maybe put my name in the credits.
Once we have all that ready, you know, we load it into the drum machine and then
Hi-ya! So he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal, and he learns how to fight in the ghetto. Survival is an everyday task. Watching your back for the man wearing the mask. I say you might get stuck if you in the hood looking like you can't.
I haven't heard this song. Oh shit, that was Elvis. In the ghetto.
I hang out with the rat and roach and still broke cause I'm sleeping on the apartment floor.
I'm gonna fast forward this part.
Because I never seen a drug brother along the way. No matter where he starts.
Wait, what did he say?
But the same God that makes. So help your brother along the way. No matter where he starts.
Yo, freaking no, what is going on today, guys? I'm gonna have to pause this freaking video again.
But the same God that made you made him too.
He's Christian as well.
These men with broken hearts.
Bro, so far, Elvis Presley is getting a lot of.
During the 60s and early 70s, when
painting.
tensions between blacks and whites were at an all-time high, Elvis demonstrated his desire for racial reconciliation in the musicians that he chose and the treatment they received.
Yo, Elvis is looking like a legend, boy. He's not even looking like a legend so far. Yeah, to me, so far, he's looking like a legend.
When we first decided to take the gig with Elvis, we had no idea that there would be any racial flack regarding it. Our first racial encounter was when we went to Texas. Elvis was told by his people that,
Texas.
Well, you can leave the black girls home. You don't have to bring them. So Elvis wasn't going to do the Astrodome unless his girls could be with him. And he demanded that we be given the star treatment. We had to be in our convertible where everybody could see us. And our little blonde could drive us. And that was his statement. You don't like it? Deal with it, or I'm not going to be there. And I thought that was very big of him.
When I joined the group in 1972, they took a big chance because there were no blacks in contemporary or Southern gospel music, and I was the first one, and it made all the headlines and everything. It was in Billboard and all the newspapers in Tennessee. And my first time meeting Elvis was, he had a folder full of clippings of things that he had read about me. As a matter of fact, the Imperials brought me to his suite, and he gave me this folder with all the clippings.
That's good, man.
And he personally welcomed me into the family. And for a guy who, you know, didn't really know where he stood, this was very important that he acknowledged my presence and, you know, made me feel very much a part of what we were all doing. And right away, he treated me like he'd known me for years. He gave me one of those TCB chains and everything, and I was just one of the guys, and I never forgot that.
And I'd been around him with people, other people of color. and I've only seen him give love. He was very generous to people that he didn't even know. You didn't have to be of any racial persuasion for him to love you.
And you know how rumors get started when there's a big star or something. The people will start rumors. Well, he doesn't like this kind of people, or he doesn't like those people or that people. And I never got that from him.
Okay, so yeah,
Elvis is a whole nother thing. It's
50 Cent as well.
I
think it's probably rumors that were given. Maybe it was rumors from racist white people that started this off.
He's such a big talent, and in his absence, of course he's big.
Maybe he did have
the music marks time.
Some racist times. I do not know. You will never know someone's true intentions. You'll never know. The only person that can
will be something totally different.
Truly tell you about someone.
But I think rock and roll
is God.
I mean, is it?
So maybe he did have some racist encounters, you know. But so far from what I'm seeing,
going on out here on the entertainment,
the guy's a legend, especially in the black community.
Like right now, you'll see the likes of Celine Dion and Tony Braxton. It's a lot going out here. You know what I mean? As far as rock and roll is concerned, it's great. I mean, Elvis Presley was able to do things that haven't been able to be duplicated to this day.
Black American music influenced Elvis. The fact that people say, well, he's the king of it all, king of rock and roll, is a slap in the face to those that made the music possible in the first place. Not to say he wasn't brilliant. I think he was a fantastic talented singer.
I don't think he ripped them off. I think once something has been exposed, anyone can add or take from it.
Okay, so
he was just so great, so popular, and so hot. So anything that he played, it became a hit. To me, that's a mistake when they call him the king.
The only thing I want to know, was he my friend? Did I enjoy him as a performer? Did he give the world of entertainment something? Yes, on all counts. And that's the name of that tune.
He was a bundle of energy set to music. And that echo will never die.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. What I was gonna say was, I understand why some people might feel like he's a culture vulture, because obviously, like I say, his music does have black influences in it, heavy black influences in it, and obviously he's being seen as the king of rock and roll, whereas there's other artists back in the day that produced the same, maybe the same level of music or maybe better music, who knows, who are black, but they're not receiving that recognition. So I do understand where people are coming from in that aspect, but at the same time, I don't think he meant it in a malicious way, as in like, yo, I'm gonna steal your music and that's it, like, you know. But I don't think he done that. So I think he just pretty much, he was inspired by black music, and he, you know, he added his little sauce to obviously the black sauce, and he created his own thing with obviously black influence in it. And obviously it depends. Some people think he's a culture vulture, some people think like he's not. It's just, I feel like it's, you know, it's, everyone's alright to their opinion, entitled to their opinion. My opinion personally, I understand where people are coming from, but at the same time, I do feel like he's a legend, because I feel like he's a legend, especially in the black community as well, based from what I'm seeing. I feel like he's a legend in general, for black, white, etc. Because I feel like he was definitely, it seems like he was definitely an important part in like the whole unity in terms of black and white. And yeah, because he had to be bold to be going in like with a black, saying something about how you're singing with the black church at his young age, and he obviously brought those black women as singers, backup singers with him, and they were black as well. Yeah, this guy, I think the racist rumors maybe came from racist white people that just wanted to put dirt on his name. Maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah, the guy just seems like a legend so far. So I'm a bit confused on where the hate comes from. Of course he's not perfect, so he must have done things back in the day that we would be like, yo, everyone's done things that, you know, we'd want to hide in our closet. So I'm not saying he's perfect, definitely not, but from what I've seen in this video, it seems like he's done a lot of good for both black and white. I don't know, I'm gonna react to more Elvis, so I'm gonna do more research, or I might just wait until the movie comes out. But to be fair, a lot of depictions of someone in the movie, like NWA, they missed out so many parts of Dr. Dre in that film that they didn't put in, so I'm not gonna fully rely on the Elvis Presley movie. I'm gonna just do my own research on him. But so far in this research, what I'm getting from this guy is he's a legend, and he definitely helped out bridging the gap between black and white, especially in music, with his black influences. Yeah. Yeah, that was good though. That was really good. Sorry, it's gonna be a freaking long video. This might be like a 30-minute video. I don't really care. But yeah, I'm gonna do more. I enjoyed that though. I'm gonna do more Elvis Presley reaction. I'm gonna react to his music. Am I gonna get copyrighted if I react to his music though? Hopefully I don't. But yeah, that was good, man. I'm definitely looking forward to the movie. Definitely looking forward. That was really good. I didn't know. I did not know all of this. I did not know he was loved by the black community so much. Or Serena Williams, 50 Cent, forgot their name, Mafia, one with Juicy J. I keep forgetting the name, 6 something Mafia. But yeah, that was crazy. Pastors in the video. Wait, that was crazy. But yeah, bye.